Hello everyone and welcome to my March TBR. So this will actually be the last video that I do for a little while because I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I was planning on taking an extended break from BookTube, and I know that I said that I was planning on doing that during the month of March. So this will be the last video I do for a little while because I've been doing BookTube pretty much non-stop, 3 videos a week at least for over 2 years now, and I kind of feel that my content needs a little bit of a rethink. I need to decide exactly what direction I want to take this channel in, and I just need the time out in order to be able to do that. I know I've mentioned in my last few videos as well that I felt quite stressed over the last couple of months, pretty much since the start of 2018 really, and I really need to sort that out. I want to put some more time and some creativity into my own writing because I want to start writing again, and I need the time to step away from BookTube in order to be able to do that, because I just kind of feel that I'm not enough for so many people and so many areas of my life that I need to really sort out, and I don't think being as heavily involved in BookTube as I am is really helping me figure all of that out, if you know what I mean. So I really need to take a step back and just rethink what I want to do, basically. So that is why I'm taking an extended break from BookTube. As I said, I think it probably will just be for the month of March, but if I get to the end of March and I kind of feel that I need a little bit more time, I may well take that time. But of course I'm still going to be reading during that time, and I want to let you guys know what I'm reading and what I think about what I'm reading. So I'm here today with the March TBR to obviously let you guys know what I want to be reading during my break, and I will definitely come back at the end of March with a March wrap up to obviously let you guys know what I've read and what I've thought about what I've read and whether I think you should pick these books up and things like that. So this TBR is actually quite ambitious. You will probably know that my TBRs are always ambitious, but I'm just going to get stuck into it. So I'm going to start off with the 2 books that I am currently reading. One of those is The Diary of a Bookseller by Sean Bythell, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through this, so I've not got long to go. Absolutely loved it so far. This is literally a non-fiction account of this guy's day-to-day life living and working in a bookshop in a village called Wigtown in Scotland, and that sounds like it might be really dull, but his style is so witty and so funny, and the things that he says about his staff members and his customers and just life as a bookseller is just really charming and really smile inducing. So yeah, really looking forward to finally finishing this super soon. The book that I'm currently reading on my Kindle right now actually comes out later on this week, so hopefully I will be able to finish it and get a review up before it comes out, and that is The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. I'm not far into this. I'm about 20% into it so far. I actually only started it yesterday, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So this is set in the 1960s in New York. We are following 4 young siblings who are each told by a psychic the day that they will die, and basically it follows them through the years what they choose to do with that information, whether they pay any attention to it and things like that. It's really good so far. I really like the style. I've heard really good things about this from people who have already read it, so yeah, really looking forward to reading some more of this really soon. The next book on my March TBR is The Birthday Girl by Sue Fortin, and this is a psychological thriller about a group of women who go to a cabin in the woods to celebrate one of their birthdays, and I think secrets come out and scary creepy things start happening. It sounds very similar to Ruth Ware's In a Dark Wood, which I read and really adored a few years ago, and I'm really intrigued to see how this one is different, if it's done as well as Ruth Ware's book. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next book on my TBR is The Doll House by Phoebe Morgan, and this is another psychological thriller about a woman who is struggling to have a baby, and she's going through some IVF, and one day she finds pieces of a doll's house in her house, and she kind of thinks this is some kind of sign that this IVF attempt will work, but the more pieces of this house that she finds in her house, she kind of feels that somebody may be watching her, somebody knows about her struggle, struggle or something like that. It sounds really, really good. It kind of sounds like a psychological thriller version of The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. So yeah, sounds really, really intriguing. I know my friend Carl at Expelliar Books, he actually wasn't quite sure about this book when he read it, and he's a big thriller fan. So I'm still really interested in it, and yeah, hopefully I will enjoy it more than he did. I also have a few review books to get through this month. So one of those is The Exact Opposite of OK by Laura Stephen. This is a YA contemporary about two best friends who decide to tackle the way that teenage girls are treated by the rest of society after one of them gets slut-shamed online. It just sounds so kick-ass and just really, really fierce, and yeah, definitely the kind of thing that I'm in the mood for right now. So I'm thinking that I probably will devour this one. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next one on my TBR is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This also comes out in the UK this month. I know this has been out in the US for quite a long time, and I've heard really good things about it. This is a pretty chunky YA fantasy book set in the Middle East, in an enchanted city, and I believe darkness surrounds this enchanted city. Isn't that always the way in YA fantasy? But I'm really, really looking forward to this. Hopefully there will be something unique about it, which I'm really, really looking for in YA fantasy now. So yeah, really excited for this one. And the last review book that I have this month is While You Sleep by Stephanie Merritt. And this is another psychological thriller about a woman who is a writer, and she goes to a abandoned mansion in Scotland, I think in like one of the remote parts of Scotland. She goes to this mansion basically to get a little bit of peace and inspiration in order to write her latest book. But scary, ghostly things start happening. I think she starts hearing screams in the night and things like that. I know this was inspired by classic ghost stories, so I think it's definitely going to have a kind of ghostly vibe about it, which I really love. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. And the last book on my TBR for this month, I'm actually inviting anyone who wants to read it along with me to do so this month, and that is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. So I first read this a long, long time ago, and it scared me so much. It's definitely the scariest book that I've ever read, and I've always wanted to reread it, and I just kind of feel that now is the time to reread it. So I will be reading this along with my friend Carl at Expelliar Books, who I know I've already mentioned in this video. So when you're ready, Carl, I'm very, very much up for reading this along with you. I know when I first mentioned this on Twitter, when I said that I wanted to reread it soon, a couple of other people did reply too. So if you're interested in reading Pet Sematary with me this month, obviously let me know, and we can have discussions about it on Twitter or Instagram or wherever you want to talk about it. So yeah, really, really looking forward to finally rereading Pet Sematary this month. And that is it for my March TBR. As I said, this will be my last video for a little while. I will miss you all very, very much, but hopefully I will be able to come back with some pretty good new content for you. So what do you hope to be reading this month? Obviously let me know. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you not very soon, but hopefully not too far away for another video. Bye bye.